I want to start talking about what I'm going through kind of right now. Really still raw, like today. But with a story about Robert Monroe. So he did out-of-body experiences and documented it for years. And in his first book, there's a story of how he went out of body and it was still new and fresh to him in a way. And he got attacked by these two demons and it scared him. And it was like this scary, he didn't know what was happening kind of experience, these two little demons jumping all over him. And an angelic being comes and rescues him and takes the cat. Oh, I'm telling the story ahead of time. Takes the demons and holds them and walks away. You see where this is going. Later, down the line of his experience being farther and farther out of body and doing all the things he did, he has an experience where he sees a struggling person, a struggling soul, and he's drawn to help him. And he realizes, as you know, this version of him, this higher self version, realizes, oh my gosh, that's myself, and those are my cats. And the demons were his cats on himself. So he comes to himself, his past self. We're all of it's happening at once, right? And takes the cats off of himself and holds them because they're his beloved cats that he had in his life, that when they passed and when he went out of body, they obviously wanted to jump on him and love him. But he was in fear, you know, he was that version of himself that was in fear, and he was also the version of himself that recognized the cats and was not in fear. So that's us. I'm thinking and experiencing that as I have recognized another inner child fragment, you know, another layer of pain that is coming up to be loved. And, you know, it's easy to get caught up in the story when these things come up, because you say, oh my God, how could they do that to me? Oh my God, this hurts so bad, and blah, blah, blah. Yes. But you know, that's where it came from. But you are the bright angelic being now that comes into the memory, comes into the life of that version of you and pulls the demon cats off and brings love and saves yourself. We're doing this in our life right now when we encounter these wounded parts of ourselves. And it's incredible. Like, I'm just really got a good one this morning. Woke up bawling at 4:00 in the morning, face to face with an inner child. And I've just watched it transmute so beautifully because of who I am now. And the presence of myself that I sense even in the memory. So like, for instance, when I remember being in the place that I was at when I was little, being so confused and feeling so unloved and so just devastated and worthless and just terrified, absolutely petrified of my stepdad. And sitting in the bedrooms, you know, from like 10 to 15, I had 3 bedrooms, and I can see them and I can feel my own energy there. Even in the memory, I can feel the support that I was giving myself from the place that I'm at now. Phil Good explains this as you're living in a memory, and I love it. It's brilliant because you are. It's like right now you're living in a memory of your higher self that you're gonna come back and you're guiding yourself. You're guiding yourself from yourself all the time. And even when I look back at those memories when I had no idea what was going on and, you know, this pain was happening, I'm aware of the fact that I was there. I was there in those bedrooms. I feel myself in those rooms. I feel the strength that little girl had from me. Even though, you know, yeah, it happened how it happened. But I feel the way that I was supported then. And I'm giving that support continuously right now. It's like in my memories, I'm filling the room with light. I'm filling the room with love. I'm holding myself. I'm consoling myself. And I remember the thoughts. I remember getting those thought forms and those inner knowings, the ones that we get now from our higher self. I'm getting messages now from my higher self more than ever. It's just flooding in. Like, she's there, like, you're all right, girl, keep going. This is what you need to do. I've been doing that for my inner child my whole life. You know, a lot of you know this, but some of you haven't totally wrapped your mind around it. There is no time. Everything is happening all at the same time. I'm just here now, right? And that's the past. Or when I was there, this was happening. This conversation that I'm having with you right now on this camera, in this place, was happening then when I sat alone and terrified as a child. I was still this. And I could feel it. I remember it. And I'm bringing more and more and more of this power to every fragment that I find out there of myself. Not only recognizing that it was there, which I really do remember, you know, that this is who I've always been. And who I feel calling to me from the even higher realms is who I've always been. Like, I'm just feeling myself on all of these different levels. It's incredible. And, you know, not only just recognizing that I've always been there, but go back and bring more light, bring more love, you know, and to the parents or the whoever the problem people were, bring it to them. Like, I can easily do that now because I see Walter now and he's doing all right, you know. I don't need to have 3D contact with him, but the energy of my love for him and his journey and where he's going and how I can help him is the most real thing. Like, I have seen his journey and it's beautiful. He's on his own path and he's doing all right. He's doing all right. And this all right version of him was there now. So I'm just flooding him with love and light, you know, because he's gonna get there. And it's just, it feels so full. Like, this is when the shadow work, like, really, really starts to feel good because you feel so whole. It's like you are in a million places at once as you. You're there with all those wounded parts. So they're not wounded. They're just these experiences for one reason or another. I don't even, that's a whole nother subject I'm not ready to even try to talk about for why it happens or whatever. But the point is, you're fine. You're whole. You've always been whole. You always will be whole. You're always there for yourself. You know, you are your higher self and you're in all of your memories. So I'll leave it there. And it feels good. It feels really, really good. You know, it can feel so, so good. I'll talk to you guys later.